Hello guys, my name is Minka, and if you're new to my channel, don't forget to hit the red subscribe button below. Today I have a really special video for you. I did a collab with TeaTalks, and if you have not checked out her channel, please do. She also creates stuttering support videos and other cool types of videos. I'll put the link to her channel in the description box below. How was it for you in school making friends? What was it hard, or did you have any issues with it at all, being someone who stutters?
In school, in elementary school, I kind of had like a set group of friends, and they had been my friends since like grade 3 or 4, and they knew me before my stutter got worse. So they kind of stuck with me throughout high school, and I never really made that good of friends in high school because that was kind of when my stutter started to get worse. I made a couple of new friends, and I did that through like having something in common with them. So I would talk with them about that, but I never actually made a true friend in high school, like a new one. And then in college, I made a friend, and I think it was because we had a lot in common. And she was very non-judgmental, so she didn't mind that I stuttered and everything. So yeah, we're still friends at the moment, and yeah, she was definitely one of the first new friends I made in a while. But yeah, it's definitely a tough thing to do, especially when talking to new people is such a tough task, being a stutterer and everything. Yeah.
Yeah, it is. You know, that was one thing in school is, you know, with friends, is like you could see the ones, I guess, that, you know, you wouldn't really want to be friends with, because you could kind of feel that they might care if you did stutter, or not that they even cared, but like you just couldn't really feel that you could be yourself. So for me, that was something that was very, very hard, was because especially because I was really, really shy and everything. So, but how is it for you when you had to present in front of the class? Like, were you okay with that, or, you know?
I actually used to love getting up in front of the class and doing those kinds of things, but that was obviously before my stutter got bad. And then in high school, when my stutter started to get worse, presentations were definitely a tough thing, and they still are at the moment. Like, I have 2 30-minute presentations I have to do, and I'm really nervous about those, but I mean, I'll be okay and everything. But I think that the main thing with doing presentations is that you really have to take your time, and I definitely try my best to remain calm before I present, because whenever I'm more anxious, my stutter is worse. So I try so hard to not be anxious. I take my time and basically just try as like the best as I can. Even if I stutter, I try and think about how it's not the end of the world and everything is still okay.
And what are some tips that you would give someone who does stutter about like how they can relax more, or just feel more confident when they stand in front of a group and they have to present, whether it's in school or public speaking?
Okay, definitely. Okay. I have a lot of like kind of relaxation techniques that I do, especially at work, because work is a stressful place. So I take a lot of deep breaths. I try not to focus on the stutter. I try and focus more on the words I'm saying rather than if I'm going to stutter or not. What else? I try also think about how people don't care as much as I think that they do. Like, I think that we kind of we judge ourselves more about our stutter than other people do. So I try and keep that in mind, and just overall it makes me less stressed and anxious. And yeah.
Yeah, that's true. No, that's true. So like how often would you read out loud in school? Like, do you get nervous doing that, or is that a big thing for you? Because I know when you do stutter, sometimes that can be a big thing, you know, like. Yeah. So like, how is that for you in school?
I haven't actually read out loud in college yet, and I'm hoping I don't. But in high school, there was one class where he made us read out loud a lot, and they did the thing where like they went around the class and like each person had to say a sentence or two.
Yeah.
And I can remember even now the feeling of my heart pounding super quickly, and I was getting super anxious, and I was shaking a lot. But I remember all I could do in that moment was take a breath and try and calm myself down, because as soon as I was calm, that is when my stutter was not as bad. So yeah, I remember my stutter wasn't that bad in the moment. I think it was more the anxiety that was making me scared of having a stutter. But I know that there definitely was a few times where I stuttered. But tried to keep in mind that my stutter is not going to change the way that people see me as a person. My friends are still my friends, even if I stutter. So yeah, I just kind of try to go with the flow and not be as anxious as I could be, if that makes sense.
Yeah. No, yeah, that was one thing in school. It was actually last week in my school college now, we had to read out loud in front of the class, and I had to read an entire paragraph, and like my face turned so red, and it was really, really embarrassing, and of course I did stutter, and we also had to do this one project that we had to present in front of the class. And I turned so red, and I stuttered a lot, but I just really try to keep a smile on my face, and just not take it so seriously, because I think it just eases tension, and it just makes it more of a happier experience, if that's possible. But yeah. So, okay, well, I just want to thank TeaTalks so much for being here. And don't forget to hit the red subscribe button. And don't forget to check out her channel as well for the other part of our collab. Thank you so much. Bye.
Oh, bye.